Hi Chem scholars, welcome back to Organotope Chem Clinic, your one-stop chemistry channel for exam success and deeper understanding of chemistry. I am Temitope Adeniji. In this video lesson, I'm exposing the simplest way to understand electrolysis without confusion, no stress, but just pure clarity. Now let's charge up. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis is the process by which the passage of electric current through an electrolyte results in the chemical decomposition of the compound. It is the process where electricity is used to make chemical change happen that wouldn't occur naturally. From the term electrolysis, electro can be related to the word electricity, while lysis implies splitting. So what is electrolysis? Electrolysis implies using electricity to split substance into parts. Since electricity is required to carry out the chemical decomposition or the splitting of the chemical substance, therefore an external source is needed for a non-spontaneous reaction to occur. Non-spontaneous, what does that mean? It implies that the reaction cannot occur naturally. Therefore, an external source, which is the battery, is needed to bring about the reaction. A very good example of a non-spontaneous reaction is electrolysis, which will lead us to a redox reaction. What is redox? Reduction, oxidation, reaction. In electrolysis, the external source, which is the battery, serves the function of pumping electron in and out of the electrolyte. The battery pulls electron from the positive electrode, which is the anode, and injects the electron through the negative electrode, which is the cathode. For example, from the electrolysis of molten sodium chloride, how do we achieve a molten sodium chloride? We subject the sodium chloride solid to high thermal energy of about 801 degrees Celsius in order to achieve the molten sodium chloride. That implies that molten sodium chloride can be electrolyzed, while the solid sodium chloride cannot be electrolyzed. Therefore, when sodium chloride solid melts, free moving ions arise from the process. We are going to have sodium ion as well as the chloride ion forming the electrolytes, and this will result into the migration of the ion in the electrolytes. We have the sodium ion in aqueous solution, and also we have the chloride ion in aqueous solution. So the sodium ion right here is the cation, while the chloride ion is the anion. The ions that migrate to the cathode are referred to as cathode ion, that is cation, while the ions which migrate to the anode are referred to as anode ion, that is anion. The electrolyte must be in molten state or in aqueous solution. So in this compartment we have the electrolyte, which is the molten sodium chloride. That's the electrolyte. Electrolysis only works when we have ions that can move, and therefore the electrolyte right here must be in molten state or in aqueous solution. Note these four key players in electrolysis. We have the cathode, that is the negative electrode. We have the anode, which is the positive electrode. We have right here the cations, which is the positive ions that migrate to the cathode. We have the anions, which is the negative ions that migrate to the anode. Note these exam tips. Panic. Positive anode, negative is cathode. So panic implies positive anode, that's Pa, while negative is cathode, that's NaCl. Okay, panic implies positive anode, negative is cathode. Make sense? Note these exam tips from the alphabet ACOR. We have the expression oil rig. This implies that oxidation occurs at the anode. Okay, so we have oxidation right here, and the CR indicates that reduction occurs at the cathode. So we have reduction right here. What is oxidation? Oil implies oxidation is loss of electron. So we have electron lost at the anode. And rig implies reduction is gain of electron. Electron gain at the cathode. So we have gain of electron at the cathode. Can we consider the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride right here? The ions in the electrolytes are the sodium ion and the chloride ion. The free moving ions tend to migrate to the opposite electrodes. We have the cation, which is the sodium ion, will migrate to the cathode, while the anion, which is the chloride ion, will migrate to the anode. The anion lose electrons to become atoms or molecules, as we can see from the flow of electron out of the electrolyte here. The function of the battery is to pull the electron out through the anode right here. So we have the electron pull from the anode out of the electrolyte, while the cations gain electrons to form atoms. We have electron flow through the cathode. Now the function of the battery right here is to inject electron through the cathode. So the electron is being received by the cation. So the cation gains electron in the process. The cathodic half equation can be expressed as Na plus E minus, that is gain of electron, resulting into the formation of sodium atom, okay, which is a metal right here. While the anodic half equation can be expressed as Cl minus going to Cl2 plus 2E minus. Okay, that is, we have loss of 2 electrons at the anode. So there is need for us to balance the atom. We have 2 chlorine atom right here. So I will introduce 2 as the coefficients of the chloride. Now, can we balance the charge? We have minus 2 on the left hand side of the half equation and minus 2 on the right hand side of the half equation. Then can we consider the cathodic half equation? We have plus 1 minus 1, which is 0. Then the sodium atom right here has the oxidation state of 0. So we have balanced half equation in both cases. Now there is need for us to write the overall equation. Since electrolysis involves the reduction process and oxidation process in one single reaction, it is considered a redox reaction. Can we deduce the overall equation for the 2 half equations right here, the oxidation and the reduction half equation? For the reduction half equation, we have Na plus E minus going to Na. That is reduction half equation. And for the oxidation half equation right here, we have 2Cl minus going to Cl2 plus 2E minus. Okay, this is the oxidation half equation. In order to balance the 2 half equation for a redox reaction, the number of electron gained must be equal to the number of electron lost. Therefore, there is need for us to multiply the reduction half equation by 2, and the oxidation half equation by 1. So we have 2Na plus 2E minus going to 2Na, while the oxidation half equation becomes 2Cl minus going to Cl2 plus 2E minus. So the overall equation can be expressed in this form. The number of electron gained is equal to the number of electron lost. Therefore, both will cancel out, right? We have 2Na plus 2Cl minus going to 2Na plus Cl2. From the overall equation, we can observe the presence of cation and anions. So both can interact to give sodium chloride. Then we have 2Na plus Cl2. Okay? What are the applications of electrolysis? Electrolysis isn't just a classroom topic, it runs the modern world. The knowledge of electrolysis is applied in the electroplating, the extraction of metals such as the aluminium, also in the production of chlorine, hydrogen and sodium hydroxide, and in the purification of copper. If this breakdown made electrolysis crystal clear, click the like button, drop the comments. Electrolysis super easy. If you want the full lesson on electroplating or electrolysis calculation, don't forget to subscribe to Organotope Chem Clinic, where chemistry becomes super easy. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.